Here's the right front and left front of Betty's hair, because that will be on the right of Betty's head and that will be on the left of Betty's head. Now, using this long tail from the right front, I'm going to run a gathering stitch down this side here and then sew it to this side of the left front with the slip stitches on it. So to do the gathering thread, I've started off at the top here, but then you just go a running stitch up and down through that edge, which enables you to pull it up tight. Now leave that end free while you sew the two together using the end from the left front. Then if you need to, you can adjust the gather afterwards before securing it. So here's the right front and left front pieces sewn together, and I'm going to leave the tails of yarn until the last possible moment because I might need those for helping me to sew all the pieces together at the end. Now you can work the edging all the way around the outside, and it's a good idea to refer to the chart on page 123 to do that because it'll make it easier to see. Here's the right and left front pieces joined together with the edging all the way around the outside, which you can see has shaped it nicely. And we've got these 2 chain 3 picots at each front corner, which will fit in front of Betty's ears. Now I did notice when I was doing this that there's actually a mistake in the published copy, in that there should be a slip stitch after the last half treble on this end here. So there should be a slip stitch into the corner before you work the chain 3 picot, otherwise the chain 3 picot doesn't hold its shape. So I'll put a note on the website about that correction. So we've also got the back piece of the hair here, which I've sewn together along the seam to make a tube, and the bun piece, which I have sewn together along the seam and then gathered at the top to bring the edges together, and I've stuffed it as well. I've got a finished Betty here so that you can see how the hair in a bun goes together. So the back piece goes on first, and then the bun sits on top, and then the left and right front pieces overlap and come up over the front of the bun as well, and it's all sewed together. So we start with the back piece and put that on the head, and this longest point is the centre back, and it helps to pin things in position. So what you need to do is you just need to flatten the opening and pin down the corners so that it's flat against the head. You can, if you want to, just put a couple of stitches in here just to hold this in place while you do the rest. But if you want removable hair, remember that you've got to be careful not to sew into Betty's head at the same time, otherwise you won't be able to get it off again. So don't worry at this point if the edges of the hair seem to stick out a little bit, because you'll run a length of shirring elastic along the inside edge at the back to keep that in place. Or if you decide to sew to Betty's head, sew the hair to Betty's head, then your sewing will just keep it in place. So that's the first step, to put the back piece on so that it's positioned over the ears, the centre back, and it will look too high at the front. Here she's got her piece of Velcro on already for fastening the hair on if we're making it removable. So then the next piece to go on is the bun, and that can sit really right on top of the head, like that. And again, if it helps, pin it in position. While you sew the bun to the back piece around the bottom edge here. I've got an end there that's poking through. Once you've done that, you can put the front piece in place. So these two picots are designed to fit in front of Betty's ears. And she's designed to have a side parting here. And this comes up in front of the bun. The top of here comes up in front of the bun. So again, pin that in position before you sew it together. If you're making Betty's hair removable, then you'll need to sew a piece of Velcro to the top of Betty's head and to the inside of the hair. And again, if she's got removable hair, then it also helps to run a length of shirring elastic around this bottom edge here, so that it pulls the edge of the hair in. But if you want to make it easier, then you can just sew all of the hair to Betty's head. But remember that if you do that, she won't be able to wear any of the hats that are in the book.